Hola! And welcome back to my bedroom with this beautiful Delhi road bike over here. Now, a few months ago, I was just playing around with the shifting, like, and then all of a sudden, BAM! Well, it wasn't BAM, it was more of like a and then I lost all front shifting. It was just nothing was happening. Now, take a guess what happened. Now, if you've seen Trace Velo's video about it, he mentioned that a small plastic bit broke and then fell out of the shifter. Now, based on my experience, mine is slightly different because the shifting mechanism actually still works, as you can hear. But the holder for the cable seems to have snapped, or at least cracked. Now, Sensah has since updated this plastic bit to a metallic piece, so that's quite nice. Now, the reason why I and many others had specifically their left shifter break is because of the following. As you can see, this is the Sensah front derailleur, and for this example, I'll be using the 105/5800 front derailleur. The way a front derailleur, or FD, works is that the cable, which is clamped onto the front derailleur, is being pulled, which then pulls the actual derailleur system around the pivot. And the reason why this 105 front derailleur shifts better than the Sensah front derailleur is down to a simple physics equation. Moments equals force times perpendicular distance. Say for example it takes 2 Nm to move both the Sensah and the 105 front derailleur. Because the 105 has a longer perpendicular distance than the Sensah, it doesn't require as much force to achieve the same amount of moment. Say its perpendicular distance is 4 cm. You only need 50 newtons to achieve 2 Newton meters. Compared to if the Sensah was 2 cm, it needs 100 newtons to achieve 2 Newton meters. Because it needs more force to shift, it places higher loads on the shifting mechanism. Why Sensah decided to make it out of plastic absolutely baffles me, as it is a simple physics equation which they couldn't even deal with. Furthermore, it's not like my shifter broke after 1,000 or let alone 100 kilometers. It broke even before I hit 30. I was fine-tuning my front derailleur, making sure everything fits properly without rubbing, and it just snapped. Now, it's not completely down to perpendicular distance, as there are other factors such as, the spring tension. Now, I've heard people mention that the spring tension was really stiff, which it is, which in that case would increase the moment. And because moments increase, you either need a longer perpendicular distance or more force. In the Sensah's case, it has more moments and the perpendicular distance is lesser than the 105. So in that case, the force is doubled or even tripled. Now I'm sure you're all looking at my bike and going, why have you kept the front derailleur on when the shifter isn't working? Well, because the shifter isn't working, I'm essentially running a 1x setup, and I'm just using the front derailleur as a chain guide by winding in the limit screws. As if not for it, the chain would just yeet off every time I tried to shift gears. Now, after 1,000 kilometers of running 1x, I finally decided to get myself a specific 1x narrow ride chainring, which will be arriving soon, and of course I'll be making a video about it. I would actually stick with this setup if not for the fact that it actually rubs against the front derailleur on my 3 lowest gears. Also, I don't mind running 1x as the area I live around it is relatively flat, and the steepest hill is only 7%, so I can just easily power over it. But that's all for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. And remember, stay tuned for my 1x, if I can point at it, 1x chain review. And as always, good night everybody.